I remember when my dog died and how I felt in that moment. Over all the sadness, I remember thinking how much did he experience of all his short life and the world around him. He went walking to the same park, slept in the same bed, ate the same food, never got a chance to go far from that. There is a part of us, a part of being human, the great end. That's when all finishes. We free ourselves from this physical prison, but until there, a whole world opens up to us. Different emotions, different experiences. However, even if we crave to feel that, there will be this thing that will get in our way. Time. Time hurts of its own way of going. The happier you are, the faster it goes. I don't think I've ever felt something like this. These thoughts, the awareness of how little of the world you experience. You can hear it in the afternoon, in the school bell, in the train whistle. You can listen in the lyrics of songs, in lottery numbers, the small vintage on phosphorescent lights. You can smell it in your perfume, in an old book that you keep in your shelter. It's the air that you smell, that beer that you drink. Sometimes you feel it vibrating in your pocket, even when it's not there. It's a delirious madness built into all living things. Each of us, since the beginnings, have to think about this paradox. In order to be anywhere, we have to be somewhere. You have to confine yourself to just one body, inhabiting only one place at a time. This is the only perspective you will ever have. This one history you will ever experience. It's strange on how little of the world you actually get to see. No matter where you are on the world, the horizon you see in the distance is only a few miles away from you. This means that you are barely more than an hour's walk to a completely new place, a new adventure. However, I've come to realize that even trying to escape this horrible routine, your known horizon will follow you like a prison searchlight. The grass underneath your feet will always look greeny and literal. The mountains will always seem, in the distance, bluish and otherworldly. Our surroundings will always be there somehow. Maybe this is where you belong, or maybe something better and new is awaiting you in the next corner. Without actually looking at all the possible options, you have no way of knowing. You can only wonder. Still, most of the time, our brains work in building a mental picture of everything you might be missing. You might only see a few samurai films and still assume you have half-decent understanding of a Japanese culture. You may never make it to Egypt, but you've already built the pyramids inside your head. Sometimes you need a single word in the map, and your mind fills up with the visions of what might be out there. Sometimes, late at night, you look out in the lights in the distance. Think of all the places you've never have time to explore. Some which feel like the home you never had, or the living hell, or the new park to walk to. Even if you, at a time, visit one of these places, nothing will ever be able to shake the feeling that every step you take, 1,000 more lights will appear, and 1,000 more, and 1,000 more. Strange to think that some of those lights in the distance might be looking right back at you. Just imagining how beautiful their lives could be. Feeling a sense of loss knowing they'll never have time to explore your corner of the world. In time, we will realize that in the end, this pain we feel can be eased in some way. If we just enjoy what we have now. If we just cherish these old little moments in the same old house we go every day. If we look at the place we live differently, we will feel happiness of just being there. If we could love that one person who has always been there. If we could look at the nature in a different way. If we made that jump we never had the courage to. If we kissed that person that has always been in your mind. If you saw that brightening lights of a sunset, or the craziness of a lead, if we finally hugged each other in the old dark. Yes, we finally behold and experience everything, taste every food, listen to every song. I want to enjoy it at its best. But if someone were to ask you on your deathbed, what was it like to live on Earth? The only honest answer would be, I don't know. I've passed through it once, but I've never really been there.